we got Man's Prime Day deals. This is EDC gear, tools, man cave, vehicle gear, storage and organization, all the stuff that all the guys want. Well, at least this is stuff that I want. So this is a little list that I made up. Just wanted to show you some of the gear that I have found. This isn't anything that I'm trying to sell you by any means. Just wanted to show you the deals. So let's kick it off right away with the Home & Hadfield. I have one of their products. I love it. That glass is real nice. It's actually, I think, like acrylic or plastic. It's not actual glass, but their quality of their stuff is really good. This is a 30 knife EDC kind of tool organizer. You can hold more than just knives. They also have some that hold watches. I really like their stuff. This is one that I have my eyes on. I honestly wish I could just pick this thing up right now, but I have to make responsible financial decisions and hold back sometimes. But this is honestly the most responsible financial decision I think I could make, is buying something like this to store all of my gear. Pretty good price, $199, normally $249. Moving on, so I kind of call this a dump tray rather than a valet tray, because this is kind of what I would use at the end of a workday, emptying out my pockets, taking my sunglasses off, and throwing all my tools and such right here. I don't plan on making it look pretty. I'm just going to be throwing my sunglasses in that nice little case, my work gloves, my tools, my knives, anything that I've got on me for the day, flashlights and organizers and all that crap. $12.74, pretty decent price. I would pick something up like this. Probably some cheap leather, cheaply made, but like I said, it's a dump tray. We got this little nicer looking EDC valet tray, $55, normally $69. That's a pretty decent savings, 20%-ish. It's kind of neat looking. I almost wanted to say modular just because of the look, but it's not modular. It just kind of does its thing. That almost looks like silicone in that photo, but it's pretty cool. I like the design of it. I think it can hold a decent amount of stuff, but I could see that thing filling up real quick. It does look kind of small. Looks like they have two different colors, but I would stick with the darker one unless you are a female or have that kind of style. Next, this is by Daily Carry Co., something suggested by Marine X. I find this tool pouch to be pretty neat, but I don't know if it's going to be able to fit in my pockets. This is more something that I could just see as an organizer that I throw in my backpack, but I don't know. I want to pick one of these up, 20% off, about $5 in savings. Oh, they have another version of it. So they have the quick stash as well. A little bit cheaper, $13.59, but it looks like it's just one little zipper. Then you put your little REs and whatnot on it. I don't know if I'd pick this up. Then Viperade's got a little leather tool pouch. I thought that was kind of interesting. It's got that clip. That's what I really want, is the clip. Not one that just slides right through. I want to be able to just clip it on and take it off whenever. So I might actually pick this thing up myself. Obviously, this is all gear that I'm interested in, but it doesn't mean I'm going to be buying all of it. I got to make responsible financial decisions. Remember, $14.36, 20% off. That's a decent deal. I'm not going to go over all the things. I have 79 items on this list. Feel free to check them out yourself. I'll drop the link in the description below, as well as all of the gear right here. This is something that I actually just picked up, and actually it's not too bad. It is kind of a Chinese quality made product, but it's leather. The only thing I didn't really like was the stitching. The stitching could be a little bit better. I've made my own pouches, and I think the stitching on mine is much stronger and more durable. But I really like the design. I think it's a good compact build that you can put all of your stuff. I've been really digging the smaller flashlights with just a traditional style folding knife that doesn't just pop open, and just a simple pen. And kind of keeping that on me, put that near my wallet. I've got a nice slim wallet, so it works out well. We got some knives here. My favorite being the Civivi Klingman. None of these are on the Prime Day sale except for that Manix 2, but it looks like it's already becoming unavailable. I put that on my previous video. I have another video out of Prime Day deals just for EDC gear enthusiasts. Check that out. I posted that yesterday. But the Civivi Klingman is one of those that I kind of see myself putting in one of these little pockets. But man, let me just click this open again. I really like their pocket clip on this. It's a more modern style traditional pocket knife, if you will. And I see myself putting that in one of these little tool pouches. I think it'll fit perfectly. I did also just pick up the Streamlight MicroStream on the Amazon Prime Day deal. I just got it today, ordered it yesterday. Love that about Amazon Prime. This actually is kind of interesting. It has 2 brightness levels, and I'm still trying to figure out if I'm doing it right, if it's like a light click and then a harder click to turn it on, and then a more deep click and then a harder click to get it in the brighter mode. I'm still trying to figure that one out. But something that I will say is a flashlight that I have been looking for is one that doesn't have one of these little clips. I want the I picked up the i3T2, and that one does have the clip kind of integrated. You have to screw it into the flashlight. It won't fall off, because the way I carry some of these flashlights, I kind of worry that they're just going to fall off if I bump it the wrong way. But that one's like built into it. Like, you can remove it. It's easy to remove, but it's not just like a quick snap off. This is a great flashlight though. AAA, replaceable. I think, it actually comes with, no, this isn't it. This is the micro USB version. So be careful. This is a micro USB, not USB-C and not replaceable. It's an integrated built-in battery, but you can get the non-rechargeable version, but you're going to get it down to 45 lumens if that's what you're looking for. So there's the knives. There's no Prime Day deals. This was on Prime Day, but it's not anymore. Then we've got another Streamlight, 100 lumens. This one is a true AAA battery. Then we've got the AA i3T. This is another one of those with the clip, but the i3T2, you can screw the head on and it locks in. Parker Jotter, I just ordered this as well to put in one of my pouches. This is something I've had my eyes on for a while. I believe one of you guys actually suggested this to me, and I never picked it up until Prime Day, which is perfect because it's only $10, not $20. Looks like they have a mechanical pencil too, but I picked up the pen. Looks like it is blue ink though. I was kind of hoping to be black, but I don't have any blue ink pens, so it's not that big of a deal. I've got some other pens. I found one here. It's a decent deal, but it's still kind of pricey for my liking. I like not lower end, but lower price pens. I feel like paying in the hundreds of dollars for a pen is just kind of ridiculous, although some of us are willing to do that for a flashlight or a knife. But it's however you find value, and I don't find that much value in a pen unless it serves other purpose, such as this Olight O Pen Glow. I'm actually going to kind of challenge myself to start carrying my O Pen Glow a little bit more because it is so useful. I've got a little pocket in my work shirt pocket, so it's kind of nice to be able to just turn that on and light something up in front of me hands-free. Kind of a neat use for something like this. And then whenever I'm done at the end of the day, go back to my office or my desk, wherever I'm at, and just slap this back in the charger. Super handy. I love that. And it also has the little, what do you want to call it? It's got the light right here built in. I've never used it, but it's kind of neat. And then it also has a laser pointer. Something I've been needing lately is a torch. So I've got some torches here, great to put in the man cave. 2 different kinds, one of those larger torches, and then we've got a 2-pack for $12.74. I thought this is probably gonna be the best bang for your buck, but it never hurts to have one of these larger ones. Next, I have field notes. I was looking for field notes. There are no field note Prime Day deals, but there are covers or journal covers for your field notes. This one seems all right, a little bit pricey for my liking because there is another brand out there that has some pretty cool stuff, but theirs is even more expensive, but it's similar to that style. I can't remember the name of that brand. But then we've got a leather one, kind of given some options because I like comparing and contrasting with all of the different brands and styles and kind of giving myself options. So that's kind of what I did here for you as well. In the man cave, you got to have some sort of cooler. I already have a refrigerator, but if I was going to buy one, it'd probably be this one. I like that clear glass. Great for storing beer. I'm not going to be putting wine in there. Bottled water, any other beverages, energy drinks, and whatnot. $200 isn't too bad. 550 paracord. This is a great deal. $5.50 for 100 feet of paracord. Now compare it to the 50 foot. You're at $4.79. You might as well double that up at less than double the price. Way less than double the price, by the way. You'd be at like $9 or $10 at that point if it was double. And then you get 200 feet and it's 15. So your best deal or best bang for your buck is going to be the 100 footer. And you can get them in different colors, but the green one is the way to go. I have this exact one. It is really tough. This one actually, whenever you cinch the ends of it, it cinches a little bit different from my regular 550 paracord. This is 10,000 pound. I don't know if that's actually true rather than the 50-pound test. So now kind of going into some of the other weird things that I decided to add because this is stuff that I like. Personally, I like Dr. Squatch and Papa Tui for my shower needs. So Dr. Squatch is on sale. Papa Tui is not. That is a Dwayne The Rock Johnson soap that's not on sale, so I didn't put it on there, but $28. Man, Dr. Squatch, when it first came out, it used to be a lot cheaper. We were getting into like $7, $8 a bar, sometimes $10 a bar. But this puts you, I think, around a little bit over $5 a bar. That's not too bad. And then we got Manscaped. This is something that I've always wanted to dabble into, and they've got some pretty good deals. So you can get their little precision cuticle and nail kit. You can get the nose trimmer. You can get the 5.0. I didn't even know they had the 5.0. The lawnmower 5.0, it's got a light on it. I thought that's pretty cool. Those things will run until they die. They will not slowly die down like your typical shavers or trimmers. They will run until they just stop running. So it's good because they don't kind of power themselves down, slow themselves down. They will run at their true force until they say, I've had enough. Eufy Security. I did post some other Prime Day deals, but this is kind of a good overall kit for your house. And I might want to pick up a new kit as far as Eufy. I have I think it's the S40, which is this overall camera, which is a pan tilt zoom camera. It has a wide angle and a 2x lens. I love Eufy. I love that they're no subscription. I also have this doorbell here. It has that package detection. Eufy has nice AI features. Let's just click on this thing right while we're at it. But I like these combos that they've got. So you got the doorbell and the interior camera. I love the quality of their cameras. Easy to operate, connects to your Wi-Fi. They've got this home-based system. They've got hardwired cameras and solar-powered cameras. So I kind of looked at it this way. If you buy both of these kits, you're kind of covered at all angles. You've got an indoor camera. You have a doorbell camera that can be hardwired or wireless with a battery. You've got an overall camera that can move around and that can be wireless or hardwired. The wireless, meaning it's solar powered, and I've had no problems with them at all. And I believe these ones are also wireless. I think this is solar power on the top. I'm not sure if you can hardwire those ones, but I know they do have versions that do allow hardwiring. Now this hub allows them all to connect together, saves that data onto the hub itself rather than storing it on a cloud. So it does store locally and then shares it with your phone. You can access them through a computer. Love the setup. And it's under $1,000 for this whole deal to cover basically your whole house. Then as far as stuff that guys need, personally, me being a techie guy, especially making YouTube videos, I need to store all of my content. I do photography as well, so I have some hard drives here that are on sale. Next up, I have some under cabinet lighting or just some kind of lighting that you can keep around the man cave or in the garage. These are battery powered USB-C charging. I've got some that are similar to this, not this exact one, but the price really called my eye right here. $17.98, normally $30. I probably paid around $30 for mine. I can't talk for the quality of them, but I think these ratings definitely can. 35,000 ratings. Who knows if they buy their ratings, but I'm sure they also have a lot of real ratings on there. So definitely look into that. Don't just take my word because I'm just kind of showing you gear that I would consider. Now, as far as a good man's tool, the EDC 29. This is normally, I believe, $120. Let me see. $110. Crazy strong flashlight. That's all I can say. For a pocket flashlight, it is ridiculously bright. Great self-defense flashlight against people, against animals. Overall, I highly recommend carrying this if you feel like you need that kind of flashlight or just the power in general. Great quality flashlight, great price right now. So we got a Nalgene water bottle. What I like about the Nalgene water bottles is this is a good prep kit or prep gear, but I guess, yeah, you could call it a prep kit. Store some stuff in here. Put emergency supplies in here. Put water purifiers in there, water filters, blankets. How about a first aid kit? Use that space wisely. If you're going to use this as a prepper kind of gear, or if you're going to use this as a on-the-go bug-out bag or get-home bag kind of deal, use that space and then fill it whenever you need it. $13. That's probably the lowest I've ever seen it. I'm always looking for this specific color water bottle. It's a great quality water bottle. Everyone's got to have a Nalgene. Now kind of getting into some of the prepper gear. I have this backpack. This is kind of my travel on-the-go backpack. Awesome product. I store a lot of stuff in here. All my flashlights, all my tools, my clothes, my electronics. I've got some pouches that I put in here. Every single thing that I need. Sunglasses, my keys, my wallet, my phone. all the good stuff fits in here. I put books in here. This is my go-to backpack, and I did not pay this price. I wish I did. That's a solid price. The zippers on here, I believe, are YKK zippers. Even if they're not, they're really high-quality zippers. I know that's a big deal. The material of the backpack is really nice. For 58 bucks, you're paying cheap backpack prices for a good quality backpack. So I highly recommend this. I think this is a solid Prime Day price. Winex, they also have good quality products. I have this as kind of my, not emergency, but first aid kit. It used to be kind of like my knife and tool storage kit. You can keep this in the car, in your truck. But yeah, this is kind of what I use it for, is that little first aid kit. But you can use it for pretty much anything. There's a lot of options with this, and it is also a pretty good price. Now this, I have a video on. This is my EDC trunk organizer. All of my gear in my trunk, I actually have the black one, but it's a little bit more expensive by, what, not even $1.50. This is a good price. I think I paid full price, or like 25 bucks for it. You can fit a lot of gear in here. This is just a nice little tool organizer for your trunk. I would recommend this one as well. Then we've got some survival guides. We've got some first aid kits, trunk organizers. This is something I've been wanting, but I found some other stuff now. So the original one I wanted was this, $22.39. You can get a bigger version, which I think is nice, especially if you're hauling water. You can put water jugs in these. You can put your groceries in here. But then I found this one that has a built-in cooler. Check that out. This is something that I might want to consider. But I saw it's about 50 bucks. This one, it's about the same price, actually. Has a cooler, but it's separate. So that actually might be nice. Bring into the grocery store with you. Keep all the cold stuff. And then dump that thing into your organizer. So trunk organizers for the truck, the car. Got some stuff here. Visor organizers. More visor organizers. Pouches. What do we got? Portable power stations. This is also pretty nice. Basically, all of your charging needs are covered. Leatherman has some good prices, but this is probably the way to go. $22, normally $40. They're keeping up with their competitors. All of those third-party brands are trying to sell stuff for about 20 bucks. Now you can buy the real deal for $22, both sets. I would highly recommend getting this because that is a solid Prime Day deal that you probably will not see very often. Got some gloves. We got a hat. This is a hat that I would recommend. I've got my Loadout EDC patch on here, but this is the hat that I like wearing for work, for everyday use. Just a nice, solid hat. Only 12 bucks. There's the i3T2. That's the one that's got the pocket clip that I was talking about. Let's see if we can see a little better view. You can kind of see there. That's where you screw it on. This was suggested in my last video that I posted for Prime Day deals. I got to check them out. Pretty good price for the lumens especially. Got some more gear, fire starters, multi-tools, knives, shovels, Workos HDO1, solid light. Highly recommend, especially for the price. You're getting that wedge style flashlight for super duper cheap. My go-to keychain flashlight right there. Got some electric screwdrivers, precision screwdrivers, putty knives, good deal. Micro cutters, good deal. I don't know about the T-handle Allen wrenches. I really like the ones that you can store real nice. These ones kind of pack away. Not really a big fan of those. But I've been needing some T-handle Allen wrenches. Got a fan, some more, another cord. Oh no, this is the rotary kit. So this is kind of like a Dremel kind of deal. Another precision screwdriver and then some watches. Finally, the Govee. Just something to put in the back of your EDC man cave kind of deal. $59.99, normally $100. If you guys have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. Let me know if you find any other Prime Day deals. I'm always looking for some. I'd like to share them with you guys. But in the meantime, don't forget to like, subscribe, and we will see you in the next one.